begin your Monday with Artist Spotlight. Fans of Reckless Kelly may be upset to hear of the band's imminent retirement in 2025, but you can rejoice knowing that you have the chance to see them one last time at the Morrison Center here in the Treasure Valley. I chatted with the band, and here's what they had to say.
Willie and Cody Braun, so nice to have both of you join us. Reckless Kelly, you got some Idaho roots, deep Idaho roots. I mean, so deep actually right now. Willie, you're living in a yurt right now, huh? In Mackay?
Yeah, yep, out near Mackay by Mount Bora, and it's nice to be somewhere where people actually know what yurts are.
Right.
A lot less explaining.
So for those who are not familiar, though, with Reckless Kelly and the role that you play here in the state of Idaho and the history that your family has with music here in our great state, give us a Cliff Notes version.
Cody and I grew up here in Idaho, and our dad is Muzzy Braun. Our uncle is Billy Braun, who plays over in Boise all the time. I'm sure you see his name around. They had a band growing up, the Braun Brothers, the original Braun Brothers, and then we started playing with our dad. We were the Muzzy and the boys for about 9 or 10 years. Just grew up playing around Idaho and the surrounding states, and then we moved down to Austin and started Reckless Kelly.
The beauty of what you've been able to do, not only as a family, but as brothers. I mean, that's really cool that you have this lineage of music.
We all still like each other, amazingly enough, and we still love playing music. And you know, so like you said, we're kind of quitting on our terms, and we're really not quitting. We're still going to make records and do the occasional shows here and there, you know. So I think we're just kind of getting out while we're ahead, so to speak.
Would you describe your sound as like a rock country or a little bluesy in there too?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of different influences, you know. It's mostly country rock, you know. We've got a fiddle in the band and draw influences from kind of all over the place. So you never know what you're going to get with the Reckless Kelly show. The Morrison Center show will probably be a little bit more laid back because it's such a gorgeous room and people actually will probably listen. And so we can pull out some of the stories and, you know, some of the songs with the listening type lyrics. So yeah, it'll be a really fun show. What's
a memory that you're really going to cherish as you kind of start to wrap this up?
We got to play Red Rocks last year for the first time, and yeah, everybody came in for it. My brothers came in, mom and dad, and a bunch of friends from out of town, and so that was really special. It definitely makes you kind of reflect back and look at the impact you've made on the scene and the, you know, friends that you've made, and I think that's the most important thing to me is just all the fun that we've had and the, you know, the friends that we've made.
Got to play the Ryman Auditorium a couple months ago. Up in Nashville. It's the Mother Church of Country Music, and sold that place out. And you know, actually the Morrison Center is something that for Cody and I, you know, growing up, our dad got to play there when we were kids, and I remember just thinking it was a really big deal. You know, that place is, you know, it's one of the nicest rooms on this side of the Mississippi. So for be able to play rooms like that, it's really cool. And then we've gotten a chance to collaborate with a bunch of our heroes, you know, record with them and share the stage with them, and they've sang on our records, and we've got to play with them, you know, throughout the years. To be able to get up and, you know, jam with some of your heroes, that's been something that has been really cool too.
And who are those heroes?
Oh, guys like Robert Earl Keen's been really, really great to us over the years, and Joe Ely, a bunch of Texas guys like Billy Joe Shaver, and we're actually going to get to do a bunch of shows this summer with Steve Earle, who's one of our biggest heroes, and we're going to back him up for part of the show. And
let's talk about your show at the Morrison Center. So you already kind of mentioned this is on your bucket list as well. What's it like being able to, you know, have that opportunity to perform there here in your original home state?
It's really cool. You know, we've gotten to play there a couple times and trying to think of new ideas that we can do that make the show kind of unique and special, and see if we can get a couple of special guests up there, and working on a couple of songs we've never played before for this one, and, you know, just things like that to try to just really make it a unique and special show for the people that get to come see it.
Has Idaho played any role in influencing the music that you guys write?
Oh yeah, for sure. I write most of my stuff up here at the yurt, you know, and I kind of save ideas up until I can come hide out up here and shut the phone off, and, you know, sometimes I won't even tell people I'm here and just, you know, get away from everything. And, you know, after a couple of days, I kind of slide into a songwriting vibe. And, you know, usually I can knock out a bunch of songs in one setting. So, you know, sitting on the porch looking at the mountains and the sunset and stuff like that, it's really just, it's hard to beat. You know, I can't imagine the guys that have to write offices and cubicles in Nashville. You know, I don't know how they get anything done there.
Well, gentlemen, it's an honor and a pleasure to talk to you, and greatly appreciate you taking the time. I know we're looking really forward to having you back here at the Morrison Center coming up. And anything else you guys want to add to your, for your fans to hear?
We got a new record coming out later this year. We're not sure when exactly, but we do have a new record coming, and excited for that to hit. And we'll have a bunch of fun stuff for people to check out on the website, different releases and some different merch stuff, and kind of trying to make some fun stuff for the last couple of years. So definitely check out recklesskelly.com.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your time.